Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris. This is my channel, Barn on 11970. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And it is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November 13th, 2016. And I have something I just want to show you guys, if you haven't seen this already, how sickening this world is and why we need to change this. And I'm going to show a clip of a video from another channel. The channel's name is Jim Beckwith. That's where I saw this from, so I wanted to share this. The link for the video is in the description, so if you want to watch the whole thing, you can. If you want to subscribe to their channel, I always recommend subscribing to channels that are out there to help promote truth. So with fair use, obviously, I can only show a little bit. So that is exactly what I want you to do. But let me just change it up, and I want you to hear this. Now, this was serious, and it's just sad how indoctrinated people are at this point. So let me play this and listen to what's going on here. It's so sad.
Since you voted for Donald Trump, you can get your shit and get out. The suitcase is packed by the door. Yeah, been packed since this morning. Bye. Matter of fact, and get your sign so when the people see you outside, they know why you're standing out there. Here you go. Now, here. Take your sign. Get up. Come on here. Come on. Everyone, come on here. Let's go. Come on. Take your sign. Bye. Let's go. You want to vote for him? I'm going to show you. Come on. Okay. Let's go. Here's your suitcase, bye. I would save it. Get your suitcase. No! Edward, get your suitcase and get out. Bye.
No! Alright. Alright, and it looks like the powers that be are trying, as usual, to stop me from being able to broadcast, so they disconnected me. And all that does is just makes me want to continue. So I'm going to continue part 2 of this video. It's just sad that they try and do this stuff. That's the real traitors in this world. But yeah, they disconnected me. But I mean, it's not like I can't just do it again. But this is the typical person out there right now. This is a 7-year-old child, basically thrown out of their house. The mother films it and posts it on the internet. So it's not bad enough that she basically is committing child abuse, because that is a form of child abuse. I mean, the child is screaming, crying. But this woman, and I use that term loosely, has to broadcast it. Like, people are going to cheer this woman. And you know what the sad part is? There were probably people cheering her. Now, let me ask you this. All you leftists out there, the extreme lefts, where's Obama? Where's Obama for this? Isn't Obama supposed to be there for the African-American community? Here is an African-American child being abused, not physically, but let me tell you something. A physical abuse, that'll heal. A mental scar like this will probably traumatize that child for the rest of his life. Where's Obama? Where's his speech for this child? Now, I understand that this woman is now under investigation, and thank God for that. And I hope she gets thrown in jail for this. But this is the type of people out in this world that we are dealing with. This is the indoctrination. The child was at school, a 7-year-old, and did obviously not a real vote. And because of what his choice was, his mother chastised him, made him hold up a sign to go outside, and kicked him out of the house. Now, did he stay out there? Who knows? Probably not. But just the trauma of what that child had to endure in whatever amount of time he had to go out there holding up a sign, screaming, thinking he's literally getting kicked out of his house at the age of 7, while his mother films it, is disgusting. And child services have been contacted about this woman, and right now she's being investigated. But here's my point. Where's President Obama? He's still president. I want anybody that thinks this is the most disgusting thing that they've seen in recent times, and there's many disgusting things. If they think this is the disgusting thing they just saw, and it hurt them to see that a child had to go through that. And notice how you could see that if I had to be more left or more right, I would be considered more right, even though I don't pick anyone. Notice, even though I'm a white male, and I'm 46 now, that I don't have a problem with this child at all, and I feel sorry for this child. And how they always, if you voted for Trump or even liked Trump, you're supposedly automatically a racist. Well, why would I even be posting this video if that was the case? Why would I care if some race that I hated was suffering? Wouldn't I get enjoyment out of it if that was the case? But this is the level of programming the people have allowed themselves to have. And let me tell you something, we have to take responsibility for this. Because, a lot of people are pointing the finger at people like George Soros. Now, is he giving out money to these people? I can't say, but let's say it's 100% true. Let's say somebody proves that George Soros is paying millions of dollars to these people to protest. That's bad, right? You know what's worse? The people who accepted the money, the people who decided to go riot and protest and cause destruction and cause chaos to try and help their agenda of getting rid of democracy or what's left of it. You notice how we're pointing fingers at people like George Soros? Is he wrong for what he's doing? Well, if he's doing it, he absolutely is wrong. But that doesn't mean anybody has to take the money. The currency, I should say. See how we only spin it to make certain people the victim and some people the enemy? When we're responsible for our actions, if a person gives you a gun, do you have to go kill somebody with it? We keep blaming other people for what we choose to do. So yes, is it bad that somebody like George Soros could potentially, and I say potentially because I don't know if it's true or not, because people can point fingers all they want. So I'm saying allegedly, but even if he didn't, the people that accepted the money are just as evil. And I'm so tired of people saying things like, for example, with the whole Trump thing, they're saying, oh, well, the KKK followed him and endorsed him. Let me ask you something. Let's say you got into a car accident and you got smashed pretty bad. As a matter of fact, you are close to death. You are there alone in the middle of nowhere. You had a car accident. You're in your car bleeding to death. You're going to die. And somebody comes along and says, I'm going to save you. But before I save you, I just want to let you know that in my past, I was a child molester. Or I murdered somebody. Would you say, oh, you can move along. That's fine. I don't want your help. Really? Or are you going to just not worry about that at that moment because the person's there to save your life? The hypocrisy is unbelievable. This child had to endure child abuse. And our president, the supposed savior that so many people want to say, oh, we don't want to taint his legacy. We don't want to ruin his legacy. He's done so much. Name 5 things Obama's done that's good for this country. What, give us a bunch of free stuff so we could be more in debt because it's not free? What, the division? Because this is happening under Obama's watch. Or do we forget that? So all these people are causing all this chaos, and nobody wants to take responsibility. We want to point because it makes us feel better to have one common enemy. Oh, it's the Rothschilds. Oh, it's the George Soroses of the world. Instead of saying it's us for allowing it. Just like people want to complain about the banks and yet still have bank accounts. They want to talk about the corporations, but they'll still buy products from them. They'll talk about how their business or job or where they work is unfair, but they'll still work for them. We don't want to take responsibility because that means we have to change something. We have to do something. And this, what you're seeing on the screen, is what happens when we choose to do nothing. So that child is now going to be traumatized for the rest of his life. He will never forget this moment, even long after his ridiculously criminal mother will. This is just disgusting. So I don't know if this is 2 videos, but I'm going to keep these short. It's just, and it's disgusting. The people that block my channel from getting out there, they're the real traitors. the ones that keep this information from getting out. And they will get what they give. No matter how hard you squeeze sand in your hand, the harder you grip, the more slips through your fingers. And that's what's happening in this awakening. And there we go again.